Hello everyone, my name is Rabia and welcome back to Python for Absolute Beginner series. So far we have written all our Python code in a single file or notebook, but as program grows, putting everything in one place becomes messy and hard to manage. That's where modules and imports come in. In this video you will learn what a module is, how to import Python modules in here, and why imports are so important in real world programs. By the end of this video you will understand how Python code is organized. So in Python, a module is simply a file that contains Python code. That code can include variables, functions, classes, even .py file is a module. So if you write code in a file, you can reuse it somewhere else by importing it. So let's first look at built-in modules in Python. We have one common example, which is math module, and I am importing it in this example, which is import math, and then I am using one of the built-in functions of that module, which is square root, to calculate square root of 16. And once you run this cell, you will get the square root of 16, which is 4. So you just simply write math.sqrt to calculate this. So here's what's happening. Import math loads the math module. Math.sqrt calls the square root function. The result is printed using the print command. So why do we use modules? Modules help us avoid rewriting code, organize large programs, reuse code across projects. Instead of writing everything yourself, get and reliable code from modules. So there are different ways to import modules. We just saw that we imported the entire module, which is math, but you can also import a specific functions from that module. For example, sqrt, from math import sqrt, which is one of the functions of the module math, and you can calculate the square root of the number that you want. You can also import multiple functions from that module. For example, from math import square root and power, and I want to calculate the square root of 9 and the power of 2 raised to power 3. So once you print it, you get your desired result. And another important concept is that you can also import the module as an alias. Import math as m. So instead of writing math.sqrt, you can write m.sqrt. Alias make long names shorter and easier to type. So now let's create our own module. Now we are going to create a Python file where we build a calculator, a simple calculator that have add and subtract functions. Let's do that in a simple another file, which you will see in the next example. So here is the calculator.py file, and I have defined two functions, one for addition and one for subtraction. And I have also add this particular line, which is underscore name equal underscore main. And this is very important where if you don't want your program to run anything else, and I can simply import this module in my notebook as import calculator, but make sure that your calculator.py file or module should be in the same place as the notebook, otherwise it will create an error. So in this case I am performing the add and subtraction, as you can see. Again, similarly, you can also import specific function from the module we created. In this case, I am importing add from the calculator and performing the addition. So there is an important rule that I just talked about. When you import a module, all the code at the top level runs automatically. That's why we often use this special line, if name equals to main. This prevents code from running when the file is important. So the beginner takeaway here is that imports load code. They don't just copy it. It means that when you use import, Python doesn't copy some text into your file. Instead, Python finds the module, runs the code inside that file, makes its function and variables available to your program. So the common beginner mistakes with imports and module is that forgetting that .py file exists in the same folder, misspelling the module name, naming your file the same as built-in module like math.py. These mistakes can cause confusing errors. So make sure that keep these things in mind while building the module. To wrap up, now you understand what a module is, how to import built-in modules, how to create and import your own modules, and what imports really do in So if you would like to practice, check out the notebook linked below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notification. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.